What patients want is to have some resemblance of a normal lifestyle, whatever that may be for them. But things that we all take for granted, like being able to sit down and have a dinner or meal with your family without rushing to the bathroom in the middle of it. Our lives are centered around food. And that's very important to them. Our holidays, birthdays, cultural, religious activities, they all center around food.
The priority for patients is perhaps to simplify the care at home, perhaps to decrease the number of days with parenteral nutrition, for example, and to improve the quality of life.
The patients want professionals in their care. So what we need to establish is good multidisciplinary care, taking care of all aspects of the lives of these patients. So it's about their gastrointestinal symptoms, it's about their lines, it's about their outside life, it's awareness of their being fully accepted as humans and getting the care they need to achieve the best possible quality of life.
So from a patient perspective, if I had to think what would be the priorities, number one is finding the right care provider team, because there is unfortunately tremendous variability in expertise, especially so in the US, but I suspect also in Europe, that the care that's available perhaps in Munich or Paris or in New York indeed might not be the same for a patient who, let's say, comes from a more remote area.
I think it's a must. Like in many complex diseases, we need a team of nutritionists, radiologists, surgeons. So we depend on each other, and we have to sit together and discuss the patients together in order to meet their needs. So for me, it's not a question of an option, it's a must.
In Canada, it's a large country, and patients who are outside the urban area need more support, particularly nursing support, but the multidisciplinary team also is required in some of these centers to follow the patient. We currently follow many of these patients who are really far away by video conferencing, which is really helpful in terms of monitoring the patients, but we need to have the team on the other hand to help us follow the patients, and this is where resources are needed, yes.
I think we have a lot to learn from each other. I think adult doctors can really learn a lot from our approach and vice versa, because it's not exactly the same patients, but we are looking to the same disease. So we need to share our experience, because I think we can really bring a lot to each other.
I think the biggest challenge is the diet. To have enough calories, to have the right diet, and to prepare the meals and the drinking, and to think about the right diet the whole day.
I've worked with patients with short bowel syndrome for many, many years, and I consider diet to be the foundation of therapy. And I think there's a great deal we can do to help these patients control their symptoms, or at least minimize them, with just minor changes in the diet. And it really is very rewarding. It helps them to become symptom-free. It helps to optimize their parenteral nutrition and just to optimize their overall care, and allows them to eat without pain and discomfort.
Well, I'm come from Mexico, and we don't have the support of parenteral of home parenteral, so we don't have the economic support for the patients. We don't have societies to help them, so we don't have the reference centers clearly identified. So we have just at Mexico City for adults 1 center and for children 2 center for all the country. So it's very difficult to manage all the patients in this center.
SBS is a rare disease. It's also a severe disease. It's not well known from the public. Parents Association and Patient Association can help us to make the disease more known and to get more funds to help research and develop new drugs and new therapies.
We can always need more resources. What we need is actually awareness about this condition. So if you have the awareness, everyone will appreciate that these patients have every bit of a right for a life as patients with other organ failures. If we have this message out, we will get the resources.